People, welcome back to Global Happenings. Today, we are so excited to have you again. Some of the disturbing events happening in the southeast has caused the security operatives to begin to map out strategy to curtail or even to totally eradicate the incessant issues of insecurity in the region. But right now, the security operatives are complaining, and their complaint revolves around the indigenes and also these faceless gunmen, or call them the UGM. You get to understand where they are coming from, especially now that they have every right from the governors of the southeast to fight insecurity. They said they have a major problem, which we are going to be looking at in a jiffy. But before we continue, if you've not subscribed to our channel, please do well hit on the red subscribe button and also on the bell icon so that you can get notification anytime we publish our videos. Now, according to the news, the police in Anambra State have frowned over the reluctance of indigenes of various communities in the state to volunteer information about the activities of criminals in their area. The Commissioner of Police, CP Echeng, stated this in a press conference on Monday, saying that there was nothing unknown about the gunmen troubling Anambra State to warrant the UGM tag. The commissioner also, while reacting to rumors that the slain Anambra lawmaker Honorable Okoye was killed because of refusal to pay ransom, said there was no truth in the insinuation. According to Echeng, and I quote, he said, "I am not aware that any ransom was demanded or any ransom paid." He said, "We have been saying UGM, that's unknown gunmen, is not the right name for these criminals. We are trying to mystify something that is not just there. It is time we go into demystifying those people. These people are not spirits. They live with us. They are our nephews, our cousins, our brothers, and they live in communities. We know who they are. The problem of security is that of total silence. Nobody sees something, nobody hears something, and nobody says something. Security is collective, and everyone has a part to play. Crimes are localized and they happen in our communities. We should be able to come out with information about what is happening in our communities, not glorifying them and tagging them as UGM. Otherwise, we will end up not making headways. We know them. We have actually arrested some of them, and they are human beings. I want us to also shift the narrative that these criminals are Fulanis. We have arrested some and taken out some during gun duel. So when the community who should help to contribute to security decides to stay quiet, that is not a good sign. Last week, a person I didn't know told me that a team of gunmen were operating an Umonze in Homer Jeep. I sent a team after them, and we were told they have moved to Umuchu, and we pursued them and they were able to take out 4 of them. I don't know the man who gave me the information, but we used the information to fight the criminals. That black Hummer Jeep you see there, pointing to it, was recovered from the criminals. You can see that information can do. Okay, you can see what information can do. That is how powerful information is. And we expect people to give information. Meanwhile, the commissioner disclosed that people or men of the command have decided to go all out on criminals. He said their names have been identified and soon news of their exploit would be made known. You will hear of it from tonight. We will not spare any of them. Forget the narrative they push that they live in the forest. They create that impression and they return to the communities where they live. What they have in the forest are just shrines, and we have visited and destroyed most of them. These criminals lives among the people, he said. Now, this is quite an interesting topic that I really want contribution from us, especially most of our favorite commentators. Please do well to go to our comment section. Let's talk about this issue. You understand? Because I had also make mention of this as one of the possible solution to putting a final full stop on the activities of this UGM. Just like the commissioner has said, these guys are not faceless. They are human beings. Just like the man said, they live among the people, the community. They are brothers and sisters and children and nephews of most of the known people in the communities. And the more the people keep quiet, the worse the community will continue to face the dark, the dark signs of these people. Now, first of all, I've always been saying it that in this news channel we are very objective. We try not to stand by any side, But this issue that is ongoing is quite a terrifying one, and anyone can be a victim. Being that anyone can be a victim is important for the people to wake up and give adequate information that will correct the narrative. Now, another thing too that I want us to know is that there is no way any government can function properly in all the communities in the state when insecurity is at a hike like this one in Anambra State and also in the southeastern part of the country. There is no way you can enjoy the dividends of the new governor that you guys have. When Abga produced, or when Governor Charles Soludo came on board, he came with lofty plans. And one of those plans was to see how they can make Anambra State a hub of business, a hub where people will be coming in from far and near, a place where they will have importation and exportation of a lot of things, large scale businesses and all of that. But unfortunately, it is not working. I mean, the man is very close to his 100 years in office, if he has not even passed 100 days in office. But there is nothing provable that he can do. Why? Because these guys are on his trail every now and then. Even him, talking about the governor himself, need to be careful of his life, because the way these guys are operating, if they have a chance to gun him down, they won't mind it. They won't mind doing that. So just like the police have said, I feel that it is the responsibility of the people. I think what the people lack right now is proper education on who these guys are and how you can send out this information. And I also want to speak to the police who, Commissioner Echeng, what he has said is perfectly right. But then it's important for you also to make sure that you peruse through your own personnel. There shouldn't be someone who is leaking information about the people communicating information to, the police, because that's one of the things that Nigerians are very scared of. Sometimes one can just pick up his phone and pass an information. Some other person will pick up that number, go through maybe through caller, and get to know who this person is and say, do you people know so person that is living in so community and all of that? Before you know, those guys will go to his house and take the man out. And before you know that, his young family or old family will begin to cry for his demise. And guess what? This is not the right thing to do. So first of all, you have to screen your personnel and possibly put a particular line that the people can get you through. And so that anytime they get you through, delete that number. It's not important. What the police need is just the information. When you protect the people, and the people are sure that their infos, when they're leaking out this information, will not be leaked out to these so-called UGM. You'll be shocked the level of cooperation you get from the people. And also, we've got to talk to the governor himself. You can't eradicate everything at once. And what I mean there is that the force he's coming with, as much as it's very good, but then he needs to take things easy and should also see how he can integrate some of his political opponent into his government. Integrate them, give them contracts, because most assumptions we have heard thus far about this whole issue revolves around the issue political thuggery and all of that. I was supposed to be in that position, they took it and gave it to him. As long as I live, there will never be peace in his government. Every day it will be war until the people themselves will be tired of him and all of that. So right now, look for an avenue to see how you can bring them closer, bring their own families closer, integrate them into the system, and put a check on them so that at least they can feel good. You understand? That's why I like to leave it. But I know a lot of people want to speak. Go to